Let's learn how to create an easy password tracker PDF in Illustrator in this simple tutorial. So with Illustrator open, come to File and New. Let's go to Print, and I'm going to set up a US letter document. I want millimeters, one artboard, and I'm happy with my res and CMYK color mode. Click Create. So I'm going to design this with the grid on. So to toggle the grid on or off, use Command or Control parentheses to turn on, to turn off. You can also come to View, Show Grid, and turn it on there. Next, Illustrator, Preferences General, and under Guides and Grid, let's set a grid every 16 millimeters. Click OK. Now I want to snap to the grid, so press Shift, Command or Control, and parentheses to turn on Snap to Grid. Again, you can come to View, Snap to Grid to turn this on from the menu. Command or Control R to turn my rulers on, and let's click and drag to add some margins. So click and drag out a ruler, 2 grids over, another one, 2 grids from the right, and let's find the center point, which should be around here. Command or Control plus to zoom in, and H for hand tool to scroll to certain points. Let's grab my rectangle tool, white background, black stroke, that's absolutely fine. And let's draw out a rectangle that's 2 grids in height. Now let's grab my type tool, click and drag out a type box. And I'm just going to type some generic text for now, texture, and highlight this with the type tool, and I can use the character panel to set font size and so on. So let's go with Bebas and set the area type to center. Click the text box, hold Shift, click the rectangle. Let's align them with the Align tool. Align to key object, select the key object, and center align it. Now I want 5 of these, so let's select with Selection tool, hold Alt or Option, and click and drag out to create a duplicate, release, and then use Command or Control D to duplicate for 3 more. 3, 4, 5. So let's use the type tool, Command or Control A to highlight all, and then backspace to delete. So I'm going to call this website, username, password, associated email, and notes. Click Selection tool to come off. Let's use the Direct Selection tool. Click and drag over the edges of the boxes. Click and drag in. Press V for selection. And now let's create my boxes to write in this information. So grab my rectangle tool. Make sure I've got white fill, black stroke. Let's draw out a box. Select it with Selection tool. Alt or Option and click and drag to duplicate. And then Command or Control D to duplicate 3 more times. Selection tool, highlight these boxes. I'm going to change the stroke, so click the stroke down here. Let's come to my swatches panel, window swatches, and I'm just going to create a lighter gray stroke. Right click these, arrange, center back. Can also add some color to this, so let's select the top box, select the fill color, come back to swatches, and let's select an orange for this. Remember, I can also create a custom color by double-clicking the fill color and selecting a color from the spectrum. And let's change the color of these 4 here. So use the Selection tool, click and drag over. So my fill is white. Let's change that to a yellow and click off. Command or Control minus to zoom out. H for hand tool to move to specific areas. So let's see how many of these we can fit on the page. So if I highlight all this, hold Alt or Option to click out the duplicate, press Shift to keep it in line, and I can drag this down and release here. And then let's use Command or Control D to duplicate, so 3, 4, and 5. Now let's highlight all these with the Selection tool. Again, do the same, Alt or Option, click and drag to create a duplicate, and let's drag this out to the other side and snap it to the grid. So there we go, my PDF now has room for 10 different websites and passwords. Let's use the Selection tool to highlight all these and use the arrow keys just to bring these down. So we've got room up the top. And finally now let's add a heading. So let's come to my type tool, let's click and drag out a type box, and let's type in password tracker, Command or Control A to highlight all, and then I can use the character panel and the paragraph panel to center align, change the font, change the size, and so on and so forth until I'm happy. So let's toggle the grid and rulers off. So View, Hide Grid, and View, Guides, Hide Guides. All right, there's my password tracker. So let's save this as two versions. So the first is to save the original .ai file, the Illustrator file, and I should have done this at the beginning, so you remember to do this first. So let's save this untitled document. So File, Save. Just going to save this in my DWD images folder, and we'll just call this password tracker.ai. Make sure the format is Illustrator file. So this is the original file now you can make changes in. Press Save, press OK. And now let's save a PDF version that you can print. So File, Save As. I'm going to save this in the same location, so DWD images. Now the format I'm going to change to PDF, password tracker.pdf, and now it will save another version, one PDF and one .ai file. Press Save and set my Adobe PDF preset to PDF X1A 2001 and click Save PDF. Press OK. So now if I locate this in my Finder, there's my original AI file, and then there is my PDF password tracker ready to be sent to the printer. So you can print this off, and you can use this as many times as you like to write down as many passwords for particular websites as you need. So there you have it. That's how to create a very simple password tracker PDF in Adobe Illustrator. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, keep on designing, and I will see you for the next tutorial.